Hello everybody, my name is Katrina. I'm here to help. And how do I do that? Well, I share my story. Not to tell you to do as I did, or I'm gonna do, but to do as you're pleasing in your life. Do what's good for you. This is how I get through my stuff. But it's not for everybody. But it could be inspiring for other people that you actually can do things that not always is according to the social norm. The social norm is a kind of a guidelines that we have in society today, but that's all they are, guidelines. Follow them, don't follow them, do as you please, and don't hurt anybody. That's my base, I think. So the topic for today is doing stuff over and over again, and that reminds me of the movie with Julia Roberts, Runaway Bride. She tries to marry different kinds of men, and it always ends up running away from them in the end. I should see it again, probably, but the story is the same. She tries to marry, it doesn't work, and a similar theme in Groundhog Day, and also a new movie on Netflix, One More Time, a woman who celebrates her 40th birthday over and over again in different versions and trying to understand why she's reliving that particular day. So that's what I've been feeling. I'm reliving my life, and yesterday I posted a video about how I get sterilized at 25. How I removed my option to have children because I didn't want to get stuck in a relationship. And well, all right, you can say that, well, it's easy, just break up, or just take the conversation with the guy, or whichever, which is hard for me in my certain situation to have deep discussions and get angry and stuff. I don't like that, probably because of my soon to come, I hope, diagnosis, my psychological evaluation, which will tell me more about how other people perceive me, because that's mostly what I need to know, how other people perceive me, and I can tell them I have this, and then they will understand more about me. I'm not doing stuff to be bad or because I want to hurt people. Sometimes I can't really tell you that what I want, because it's getting judged by different things predicted by social norms. So social norms are guidelines. Abide by some, and don't abide by all. It's different time to time, past, present, and future, and it's also different depending on where you live. So I think it's for our job to relive stuff and fix the thing, like in Groundhog Day, or in Runaway Bride, or in the movie One More Time, where you have to find out why you're celebrating your 40th birthday every day. So, in conversation with my mom, she told me that she couldn't leave my dad until she was forced to, because we are, like the psychological term, learned helplessness. We're trained to be helpless. It gets more and more confusing when we get into these relationships. So try to do our best and not give up, because that's what we think love is. But the first and most love is for yourself. Love yourself, then you can love others. That's what they say. So that's what I started doing on my journey as a Buddhist, and that was after my sterilization. So that's also a topic for everyone out there who have similar experiences like I did. Perhaps that's not the answer for you. Perhaps that wouldn't be the answer for me if I could do it over with more knowledge. My sister had children when she was 17, and she repeated grandma's patterns. She had she had my dad when she was 17 also. So it's a pattern on my father's side to have children when you're young. To prevent this, well, it was probably perceived as drastic to cut your tubes and made it impossible for me to receive children by the normal way, doing the medical procedures, hospitals, doctors, psychologists. Well, I did it all. And I'm not sorry, that's not what I'm saying either. I'm saying that it was right for me, and I felt a tremendous relief afterwards, like a happy sun in my stomach, and I was so happy. So now I had removed that block. We could probably have another version if you were allowed to go into a convent. We don't have this in Sweden in a general way as we did before, but the noble women went into the convent becoming nuns or just living there when they left their outside life. But nowadays we don't do that. We are not perceived to do the normal stuff, find a partner, raise a family, buy a house, and all that. But that was never my goal. I felt as a very young girl that was not for me. I didn't want all the things connected to that, all the bad things that I learned in my family. Like Nick, the Buddhist monk, who I look at videos from time to time, he left his life after a troublesome relationship and become a monk. And well, that's inspiring. I would like to do that, but I'm a woman and I'm not a raised Buddhist, so it's a different path, I think. Maybe in my next life, if I will have to be reborn, we don't know. So I understand those who go into convents, become monks and nuns. I understand the people who don't. So do as you feel what's right for you. So that's very important. And this is a part of my mapping out what's my problems, what do I have to work on, which Nick tells us in one of his videos, to see the problem objectively with objective eyes. So if I talk to myself as a 25-year-old, maybe I had to have a different conversation, that you can still be fertile and live on. So I understand why people choose different life paths. The monks and nuns do it because they want to be helpful and serve in life, and there are other ways to do that in the open society, so you don't have to go into a convent or to a different religion. You don't have to be a Buddhist, you don't have to be a Christian, or whichever. You only have to do your best, that's what I think. And you do that by being kind to yourself and others and do good deeds. That's how I perceive the world. Just looking through my notes here, so I get everything. I looked another video yesterday. There was a information video about how you get views on YouTube, and that you have to have a plan, and other video says you don't have a plan. So I'm not a person that like to plan a lot of things, because that means that I have to think a lot and then I won't get started. So Earned Out has a good video on that. Just get started, tell your story, tell it true, tell it from the heart, and try to provide content. So that's what I'm doing. be a vessel for the divine to speak through you. So that's my goal is and will be. Perhaps I would have done a different decision when I was younger if I had the knowledge I have now about bad people, about Buddhism, about meditation, chanting, and how you can improve your brain, not with psychology only, but with meditations, chantings, and with just learning from other people's experiences, sharing like I'm doing now. Another thing I did during my course of life was to evaluate my relationships. Mel Robbins is speaking about this in one of her videos. She's comparing it to a tree. The leaves and the tree are connected during the summer, but in autumn the abrupt tree let go of the leaves, because if they were still on the tree when the winter came, the tree would die. So that's how I felt when I cut my ties with my family. I couldn't live until I was alone, so I could do my individuation process to becoming my own person. So that was why I did that, why I don't have much contact with my family, because I couldn't be my own person, I couldn't do my growing, I couldn't become the person that I am today with them along. So I had to let go of them. I'm not telling you to do the same. I'm just saying this was what I did, this was good for me. And there are other ways to do stuff than by the social norm. It's your life. Choose as you like. And try not to hurt anybody else. Well, in good and evil in my life, for bad or for worse, I have acted as a Buddhist long before I turned and become one in 2017. But that's also part created by people. Buddha rejected all his riches and went out to the people and worked to tell his truth. It's a simpler life, not easier. So I have my own opinions. That is what makes me who I am. I value a strong opinion. I don't agree with everybody, of course, nobody does, but it's our purpose to be ourselves and not try to fake it through life. So I keep to my own opinions and I don't let others bend me to theirs. We can do that today. We can be independent. We can live on our own. We can raise our children on our own. You decide what to do. It's your life. Give it your best. That's what I say. Give it your best. Work out. That makes you stronger. And if you're stronger, you'll live longer and you have longer time to figure out what exactly is your thing. How you can be your best. More time, that's what everybody wants. Yeah. So there we are. If I had more time, probably I found Dr. Lisa A. Romano before, and she would have told me how it is to grow up with parents who wasn't there for you, and then I could learn that my scaredness, my being afraid, my fear for having children was to do with empathy for a being that wasn't already born. And that's also very, very Buddhist. You care for other souls, even if they're not born yet. I care for them and all the souls who are on the planet and on those who left. It's a lot with caring, this Buddhism. Yes. That's why I could have been a different mom, and not get stuck in the situation like Julia Roberts in Runaway Bride, or the guy in Groundhog Day, or the girl who turns 40, woman who turned 30, over and over again. It's easy to say, do as my mom, avoid men, and then you will not get pregnant and stuck anymore. But I know, like many others out there, that some urges, biological urges, you can't reject. You can't reject the need of certain things, no matter your situation. You need other people. But somehow I feel like I have left the repetitions of the same day behind me, and this is the longest video I have done. And my skills, which I've trained I didn't have skills in the beginning. Nobody's worthy at birth. We train ourselves to be the best version of ourselves. That's my life goal. So meditation, chanting, before meditations, after, in between, cleaning your mind, cleaning your room, cleaning your house, yoga. I did some of that. I'm not very good at it, once a week nowadays. And align yourself at the right place, like Nick is telling us in his videos. Alignment. Be at the right place, which feels good for you. And if you are a rose, don't live in the desert. If you're a cactus, that's also a goal for you. Don't live in a swamp. So you can decide, it's your life. So that was all I had for today. Make your choices and do your best as well as you know in this moment. And take care. Always put the oxygen first on you. You're number one. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.